Say MJ was pretty good at getting a bucket in the NBA too, since in his 13 seasons with the Bulls, Michael Jordan won nearly as many scoring titles as every single active NBA player combined. Think about that. All active NBA players have a combined 11 scoring titles. Jordan amassed 10 in 13 seasons by himself.
Yep.
Most fans are aware.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope y'all are having a good day so far. So I had a request to check out this video from Jimmy High Roller. It's called What They Won't Tell You in the Bulls documentary. And this came out 4 years ago, which was right around the same time as The Last Dance. And I think I watched this back then, but it's been like 4 years. And honestly, I don't remember a damn thing about it. I just know like the thumbnail, it brought back like a trigger memory for me. So I think I watched this. I'm just not sure. But I wanted to check this out with you guys because I was told it's awesome by a trusted source. You know who you are. And I believe it. So anyways, as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below in the description. So if you want to check out Jimmy's channel, or you want to watch this video without my commentary, go right ahead. Everybody else, please leave a like to this video. It helps out a ton. And I'm not going to do a big intro because I want to see what this is actually all about. And then I'll comment as it goes along, all right? All right, here we go.
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win it! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers. Michael Jordan.
Speaking of which, you know who you are who suggested this to me. You remember it starts out with Jordan breaking the heart of Cleveland, considering from where you're from or where you live.
Hits it at the foul line. 1 to 100.
Iconic.
Yes, sir.
Jordan's game-winning shot over Greg Elo to win a first-round matchup in the 1989 playoffs. A shot burned into all of our memories as one of MJ's early defining moments. But what some may not know is that Michael Jordan scored 40 points in this thriller. Oh, wait.
No surprise.
Did I say score 40 points? I meant to say averaged 40 points in this series.
Sounds about right. 31, 30, 44, 50, 44. Yup. Sounds like MJ.
For 5 straight games, MJ averaged 40 points for an entire playoff series. But then again, dominance of this caliber was nothing new to Jordan because in the season prior, he averaged over 45 points a game against the same Cavs team in the first round of the playoffs. In fact, Jordan averaged over 40 points per game for an entire playoff series on 6 separate occasions.
Damn.
But
you know, I always found it ironic that Cleveland ended up with LeBron James because back then I thought it was like this was, I don't want to say like justice, but it was like balance, like balance in the force, because MJ punished the Cleveland Cavaliers his entire career. And it's because of MJ that the Cleveland never won any championships during his era. And I thought, okay, it's finally their time. They got this young kid named LeBron, and they're going to build around him, and, maybe they'll win some championships. It didn't go as I thought it would, but I always find that funny because, I just want to look at this. 86 versus Celtics, 43, absolutely. That's when he had the 63-point game. 88 versus the Cavs, 45. Man. 55, 50, 44. He had a 50 ball in 90 against the Cavs, 40 points a game. Sixers, he torched, 43 a game. And he was pretty consistent there. 49 was the highest. 45 against the Heat in 92. He had a 56-point game to close him out in Game 3, first round. 93 versus my Suns. Of course, I can never escape any torture remembering about my Suns. Averaged 41 points a game in the finals. Had a double nickel in there and just torched us the whole time. His worst game was 31 points. Holy crap. And look at this. His average in the playoffs from 86 to 90 was 37.4. Freaking Jordan. I tell you, if I didn't live to see it, I wouldn't believe it.
When you consider the fact that Mike averaged over 37 points per game in the playoffs for a 5-year stretch, this feat becomes a little easier to wrap your mind around.
Yep.
And with The Last Dance documentary now airing, what better time to discuss 23 facts about Michael Jordan that no one ever told you?
Oh, cool.
Now, these aren't your typical MJ facts. If you're familiar with my fact videos from the past, you know that I make it my mission to go out of my way to dig up some of the most fascinating, insightful, and oftentimes obscure facts I can find. This video shall be no different.
Let's do it.
Take the 1993
Man,
finals.
no.
Let's just ignore the fact that Jordan torched the Suns for 40 a game in the series because the Suns weren't the only ones getting torched.
No, yeah, we got torched.
In game 2 of this series, if you pay close attention, you will notice that MJ is noticeably darker in this game than he usually is. Well, that's because the day before this game, Jordan went out and played 2 rounds of golf in the blistering Phoenix sun.
Oh, so he was out in Scottsdale golfing. So he had the superpower of the sun and vitamin D. And that's what helped him destroy the hearts of my Phoenix Suns. Yeah. Why can't they do one video where I don't have to remember this crap?
Needless to say, I don't think playing 8 hours of golf in between game days affected his play, since he proceeded to drop 55 points in the following game.
Of course he did.
Jordan fans know that while at UNC, Michael was teammates with the great James Worthy. But what some may not know is that in his last season at North Carolina, over half of...
Wait, so that last one, so it's Superman confirmed. He really is Superman, because he needs the power of the Earth's sun in order to have, you know, to go into superpower mode and put up 55 points in the finals against my Suns. Anyway, sorry. I'll let that one go now.
What some may not know is that in his last season at North Carolina, over half of his fellow Tar Heel teammates would go on to be NBA players. In his rookie season, Michael Jordan scored 2,313 points. By far, the most points scored by any rookie in modern NBA history. For comparison, here is Jordan's rookie scoring total compared to the best rookie scoring seasons in modern NBA history.
Damn. Just goes to show, though, David Robinson was no joke when he came out. Shaq, too. That was Orlando Shaq was. Ron Harper, yeah, in Cleveland, pre-injuries. He was looked at as like a possible the next Jordan. Blake Griffin, okay. Lots of lobs. AI, yeah. 100%. He came out and he was an immediate contestant or a contender for a scoring title. Glenn Robinson, yep. Mitch, wow, what a splash your rookie year, man. Terry Cummings, that's the only one I'm kind of surprised at. But yeah, Terry Cummings was hooping back then too. But yeah, there goes MJ. Is this still standing? I think it's still standing.
And here's Jordan's numbers compared to rookies from this season. There are about a dozen NBA...
I wanted to... Hold on. Ja had 1,000. Wow. Cam Reddish was 610.
NBA players on record to shatter a backboard. Michael Jordan is the smallest and lightest. In a 1985 exhibition game, a 21-year-old Jordan eviscerated a backboard, leaving the scene completely unscathed while showering his opponents in shards of glass. And if that wasn't impressive enough, if this guy was about 1 more foot to the right, Jordan would have most definitely jumped over him as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he would have had the nuts right on the head. You know, when I saw this, I was... because I didn't see this in the 80s or the 90s. I thought this was fake at first, but it turns out, no, it was never really covered. It's just insanity. I've never seen anyone break a backboard like this. It was always with like force, power, you know, they were intentionally trying to do it. This was just like finesse.
Right, Jordan would have most definitely jumped over him as well, which would have made this undoubtedly the most legendary dunk.
And he just imagine, not only did MJ just dunk on you guys, but then you got glass showering down all over you. Like, How do you get more insulting than that? How do you get more insulting than what we're seeing right here? Man, real life is hilarious sometimes, you guys.
All time.
Look at that.
Talk about a big what if. In Michael Jordan's prolific career, he played exactly 1,212 NBA players. Of those 1,212, 310 of them never won a single game against Michael Jordan.
Damn. Yeah, look at that. Beat him once, beat him twice, beat him 3 times. And then the majority of the people basically have never beat him more than 3 times. So he keeps tabs on this stuff.
310. That means a quarter of the players who played against Michael in their NBA career never beat him.
Insane.
Not even once. And of all the players Jordan faced in his career, the majority of them beat Jordan less than 3 times.
Yeah.
For comparison, of the 1,212 opponents Mike faced, only 74 of them never lost to Mike.
Wow.
Some of these players include Dirk Nowitzki, Gilbert Arenas, and I'll be damned, Scottie
Pippen. I think they played once.
Pippen.
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah. This was okay. So Wizards Jordan. Am I wrong? So yeah, it's old man Jordan. Are you kidding? No, this is true. This is all when Jordan was a Wizard. So you're saying, okay, that's just 3 people though. That's just 3 out of 74. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm going to stop there. I was going to say, there's no way there is nobody who never lost to him when he was a Chicago Bull. That's just too ridiculous, but okay.
But nearly all the players who went undefeated against Mike did so while he played with the Wizards. On the other hand, Sherman Douglas, a 12-year NBA vet, faced off against MJ 30 times in his career and lost every single time.
Ouch.
30 games, 30 L's. On the other hand, Isaiah Thomas maintains a pretty unique position in NBA history. Of all the players Jordan faced in his career, Zeke has beaten Jordan more than any other player.
I believe it.
Of the 65 games Isaiah went toe-to-toe with Michael, Isaiah won 36. Now, we all know that MJ was a game changer the moment he stepped into the league. But Michael was so good that after breaking his foot just 3 games into his second NBA season, Jordan still made the All-Star team. A 22-year-old second-year player who only played 3 games before the All-Star break, and he still made the All-Star team.
Sounds about right, but on his second year is crazy. That amount of popularity after just playing 1 season. I think that happened with Yao Ming 1 year too. That Yao was injured, I think with a foot or a knee injury, and he still got voted into the All-Star game. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in the comments.
Of course, MJ was hurt, so he was unable to play in the game at All-Star Weekend. Over the last half-decade, the NBA has turned into one big three-point contest.
Yep.
For some players, the influx in threes has been a blessing to their game. For others, not so much. Here's a chart of the top 10 scorers of the 2018-2019 NBA season. The red areas are 2-point shot attempts and the gray areas are 3-point shot attempts. You have Giannis, who prefers to take it inside, Kawhi Leonard, the mid-range sniper, Stephen Curry, who attempted more threes than twos last season, and of course you have James Harden, who attempted over 1,000 three-pointers in a single season.
Jesus.
And then there's Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Who in the 1987 NBA season averaged over 37 points per game and only shot 66 three-pointers the entire regular season.
Now, one thing that's going to fly over the head of a lot of younger people who can't fathom this is that makes his scoring percentage that much more impressive. Because, okay, you make a three-pointer, well, that's an extra 50% added on to that two-pointer. You know what I mean? So less shots, less plays in order to get this total point. When he's going in 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, it takes a lot more work to get to 37, man.
That's less than a single three-pointer every single game.
Yep.
Which means that season, only 2% of his shots came from beyond the arc.
And I'm willing to bet half of that, so like 1 out of that 2%, were last-second shots when the buzzer's about to go off at the end of a quarter. And, you know, it's just a catch and shoot. And most players wouldn't even want to do it nowadays because it hurts their percentage, but Jordan didn't care. You know, same with guys like Bird and Magic and stuff. They didn't care. They were trying to score a point.
MJ did not need a 3-ball to drop 40 on a man's head.
Nope.
In the summer of 1995, during the filming of Space Jam, Warner Brothers assembled an entire basketball gym fit with a weight room so Michael Jordan could practice during
Concords.
filming. During these practice sessions, Michael would invite fellow NBA players out to get some runs in.
Yep.
Some players, including Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, Magic Johnson, and Dennis Rodman. It wasn't until the following season that players said they wished they had never shown up for these runs, since they felt that they had only made MJ even better.
Oh, they did.
Of course, that season Jordan would go on to lead the league in scoring, win league MVP, lead the Bulls to the most wins in a regular season, won a title, and won finals MVP. Thanks, Reggie. No, box plus minus is an
Kobe got you too, Reggie.
interesting stat. At face value, it doesn't seem to be very accurate or insightful. But all things considered, with a big enough sample size, it is actually a great indicator of a player's value. And let's just say Michael Jordan was very valuable, since he holds the NBA record for highest box plus minus for a career. And this includes his years with the Wizards.
Yeah.
But the greatness does not end there. MJ also has 6 of the top 10 value over replacement seasons. He has the highest career PER in NBA history, the highest career points per game in league history, the highest career win shares per 48. In fact, when playing with the Bulls, Jordan led the league in most advanced statistical categories more often than not.
That's my dog.
Which really is just another piece of evidence for Jordan's greatness. But one of the only knocks against MJ's game was his subpar 3-point shooting. Now, he wasn't bad at shooting the long ball, but by his standards, it might have been the weakest part of his game. And yet, in 1996, Michael Jordan finished the regular season shooting 43% from downtown on 260 attempts. That is better than any single season from Reggie Miller, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, James Harden, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Russell Westbrook, and Dwayne Wade. At the conclusion of his senior season in high school, Michael Jordan scored 30 points in the McDonald's All-American game, a new scoring record for the event and one that would stand for 18 years.
Wait, how many?
Season in high school, Michael Jordan scored 30 points in the McDonald's All-American game, a new scoring record for the event and one that would stand for 18 years.
Why? Just 30 points? That's not a shock for Jordan.
Yet, Jordan didn't even win MVP of the game. Adrian Branch from the East and Aubrey Sherrod from the West both won co-MVP with 24 points and 19 points respectively.
Okay, weird.
And before we continue, let's learn about one of the rarest feats in NBA history.
Oh, that layup?
Leading a team to a championship while leading the league in scoring. When you exclude Michael Jordan, here is the entire list of every player to ever accomplish
And let's not forget, also being Defensive Player of the Year while being the scoring champion that year too that's insane.
this feat.
Players who led the league in scoring and won a championship the same season. Okay. Joe Fulks, Mikan, okay. And then Kareem. And then MJ. Shaq.
Did you get that? Not a lot of players. Excluding Jordan, only 4 players in history have ever led the league in scoring and won a championship in the same season.
And more importantly, only one person in Mikan actually proved it wasn't a fluke because he did it twice. Everybody else just pulled it off once.
Now I'm going to show you what this list looks like when you include Michael Jordan.
Bang, 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 bang. Let's go. Boom.
Yeah. Michael Jordan has led the league in
All 6
scoring
times.
and won a title in the same season more than every single player in the history of the NBA combined.
And forget that too. Like every single championship that they won, all 6 of them, he was the scoring champion. My dog. He never let his team down.
Now, Michael Jordan was raised in North Carolina, but was actually born in Brooklyn, New York, possibly one of the greatest birthplaces for NBA players. Of all the NBA players born in Brooklyn, 10 have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, 19 became All-Stars, totaling a staggering 26 league championships won. In fact, you could make a formidable team with just Brooklyn-born players. But once Michael's family moved to North Carolina, the rest is history. Like at Laney High School, where Michael Jordan did his best Oscar Robertson impersonation when he averaged a 29-point triple-double as a senior in high school.
Wow.
And I guess you could say MJ was pretty good at getting a bucket in the NBA too.
I'm sorry.
And
Everybody, just look at how he's about to catch this ball.
I guess
Okay.
you could say MJ was pretty good at getting a bucket in the NBA too, since in his 13 seasons with the Bulls, Michael Jordan won nearly as many scoring titles as every single active NBA player combined. Think about that. All active NBA players have a combined 11 scoring titles. Jordan amassed 10 in 13 seasons by himself.
Yep.
Most fans are aware that Michael Jordan was a huge supporter and friend of Kobe Bryant. But what some people
Mentor.
don't know is that Jordan was also a huge fan of Allen Iverson. Jordan said that he watched Allen Iverson's documentary 3 times and that it even made him cry, saying, quote, "I love that little guy." And speaking of guys that Jordan has an appreciation for, one of the unsung heroes throughout Michael's career was his trainer, Tim Grover.
Absolutely.
Tim was so obsessed with making sure that Mike was in peak physical condition that he would go back and watch each and every one of Mike's games and count how many steps he took while on the court and which direction his steps were taken to ensure that he knew where Mike would be sore, how his body felt, and what regiments to complete in the following day.
Yep.
Which in the long run saved Jordan's body from potentially career-ending falls like this. The footage
If you guys haven't seen it and you're interested in more, on my channel, just type in Tim Grover. I've done a reaction to a long video of him talking about what he did to train Michael Jordan and what that relationship was like. And then also he did a sequel about Kobe Bryant, 2 of my favorite things I've reacted to. But yeah, it's cool too because it gets into like the mindset of them. And Tim Grover had that same mindset as Kobe and MJ, and that's why the relationship was so cool.
used in the Last Dance documentary was sitting around, unused and unseen for years because Michael Jordan refused to give permission to release the tapes. That is, until the Cleveland Cavaliers won the 2016 NBA championship. On June 22nd, 2016, the exact day of the Cavs championship parade, Michael Jordan finally agreed to do the documentary. Coincidence? I think not. And while we're on the topic of the Last Dance documentary, on Michael Jordan's basketball reference page, you can find a Last Dance viewer's guide, an all-inclusive summary of the Bulls' final title run. This includes every game, every play, and even every shot from the Bulls' historic 1997-1998 championship season. This is an incredibly insightful page that you can reference while watching the Last Dance documentary. So whether you're a stat nerd or just interested in some of the more finer details behind the story, I highly suggest you check out this page. Tune into the Last Dance documentary Sundays on ESPN and ESPN2. Go even further down the deep, illustrious, and strikingly entertaining rabbit hole that is Michael Jordan's career. No, this is not a paid advertisement for the documentary.
I was about to ask.
It's just really, really good. I mean, shoot. If y'all want to throw me some of that ESPN money, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but Be sure to subscribe to the
Don't
channel
worry, that
if you
came
have not
later, Jimmy.
already. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. Let me know which fact is the most surprising or the most interesting to you. And as always, until next time.
All right, fantastic video. Fantastic. Yeah, I like this side of Jimmy High Roller when he's just focusing, like he's hyper focused on one thing, and he's just gonna go full at it. I actually don't remember anything about this video, so I'm really glad I got recommended to watch this, and I got to watch it with all of you guys. I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, most of the stuff there, I'm not surprised by any of it, and I actually did know most of the stuff. I think I've just gotten to the point with Jordan where it's just like I as amazed as I am all the time, I'm also so spoiled because I'm like, yep, that's MJ. You know, average 45, yeah, that's MJ. Average 41 in the finals, yep. Went out into the Scottsdale Sun and got supercharged by the sun, just like he's Superman, and then killed us for 41 per game in Phoenix. Yep, sounds like MJ. You know, flying through the air, breaking a backboard, and showering his opponents with glass. Yep, sounds like my dog. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you thought about this one. Leave the video a like if you don't mind. It helps out a ton. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And yeah, just let me know what you guys learned down below. I think what I learned was how many of his North Carolina teammates ended up in the NBA. And then I didn't know he commissioned the Last Dance right after LeBron won the 2016 finals. That's pretty funny to me. But I think outside of that, I pretty much knew everything that was in this video. But yeah, let me know what you guys learned. Let me know what you guys thought about it. We'll have a conversation in the comments like we always do. I appreciate all of you for watching. I love this community, and it's so awesome. Like all these video ideas to react to, like 8 out of 10 are coming from you guys down in the comments. And it's become such a cool community because of that. It's, you know, I have a direct line to you all and what you like and what you want, and it's the coolest thing I could ever ask for. I don't have to guess, you know. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'll see you all later for an After Dark, and yeah, have an awesome day. All right, go be awesome. I'll see you soon.